I've started to kind of move down the road post-COVID into believing, obviously, that these monster corporations, be it BlackRock, all of these, like this handful of corporations that own everything, all the drug companies, all the food companies, and it's like State Street, BlackRock, and there's one other, I can't remember which one, and they own the controlling shares of every single friggin' company in the world. And what's even crazier is that when you look at who owns it's Vanguard. Okay.
Vanguard, yeah.
So when
which owns BlackRock, which
owns State Street, which owns Vanguard. They own each
Yes.
other. So all of a sudden you're like, wait a second, hold on. Who owns the controlling share of Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, blah, 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 blah. State Street, Vanguard, BlackRock. Who owns State Street? Oh, Vanguard and BlackRock. Who owns Vanguard, State Street and BlackRock? And it's all just one company, basically, that owns the controlling shares of everything. So you start to look into this post-COVID and you're thinking, all right, this is insane. This is bananas. But what you're told when all of this craziness unfolds, the pillaging and plundering of the developing world, the things like disaster profiteering, everything in my line of work when it comes to health and wellness, looking at the ways in which hundreds of billions of dollars flow in subsidies to processed foods and garbage, all of the stuff with healthcare that gets buried, all of this stuff, you're told, well, no one's evil. It's not like one person doing this, guys. It's just the way business works. You see, what happens is these companies have a fiduciary duty to their shareholders. So it kind of begets itself. Like where there's an opportunity to make money, these kind of crazy things are just what happens, but nobody is deliberately pulling the string. There's no puppet master. All of a sudden, you go into these Epstein emails and they are literally a handful of people talking to each other about how to control the world. And it's everyone. It's everything from the Clinton Foundation, the Gates Foundation, Enzo Capital, which is Larry Fink's kid, Josh Fink. So his connection to Larry Fink is through Josh Fink. Every single billionaire, Peter Thiel, Reid Hoffman, Lex Wexner, Elon Musk, politicians all over the world, royalty, bankers. So when you first discovered this, was this the Pizzagate thing that tipped you off? Or what was the first thing that you saw that was your red flag out of all of this crazy shit? Pardon my French.
Yeah. No, that's correct. It wasn't Pizzagate. It was actually earlier than that. It was truthfully just being a small business owner in the construction industry and understanding that no matter how hard we worked, we were really victims of the decision makers. And we weren't in the club. It's a very elite club, and we aren't in it. Many Americans, like I'm Gen X. I'll be 52 in May. Okay.
Same.
So we grew up, I think we grew up in the best time in America. I mean, being a kid in the 80s and growing up throughout the 70s and 80s, I think was the best. And we were taught that America is the greatest country in the world, that we are the freest people in the world, that no matter who you are, no matter your background, you can achieve the American dream. And for many, on many levels, that is true. I totally believe it. It's true. I've lived it in my lifetime. However, I think the awakening for many people, and I think you're right to draw the line at COVID. If we were to put a timeline out, the awakening really happened for most people at COVID, because our whole world got shattered. And all of a sudden, everything came to a halt. Manufacturing lines stopped. Entire industries stopped. Schools stopped. Life stopped. Entertainment stopped. And for the first time, it was like us going back to kids where we didn't grow up with cell phones. We didn't grow up with the internet. We grew up in a time where we looked around and paid attention to the world around us and the people around us. And I think for all of us, it was the first time since, say, our childhood. And for a lot of adults, young adults especially, it was the first time ever in their lifetimes where they were forced to stop and look around and seriously ask, what the hell is happening?
Yes.
What is happening? And so I think that was a great awakening for many, but for me, it went back. And it was just always being willing to ask questions and just noticing. I think I've always been perceptive and just noticed things. And I don't know for sure if Pizzagate is true or not true, but pizza references are. It is true that they use pizza references and pedophilia. That is a fact. And so, is it wrong for people to have looked at Pizzagate back then and the information that came back and asked those questions? No, that wasn't wrong to ask those questions. I think what is wrong now is seeing these pizza references in the Epstein files and not asking those questions, like Pam Bondi saying, "But the Dow is over 50,000."
Yeah.
It's like, what? Excuse me. We're talking about children, and I think I'm happy to know that I really feel I guess vindicated. The one thing that destroyed my political career was the Epstein files and fighting for the release of the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. I will go with that the rest of my life and be so happy about it. And I'm happy to see that has also been the one thing, Jillian, that has brought the right and the left together in this country.
Yes.
Thank God. Because that's a moral, that was like a temperature check for all of us. And I truly feel so much better about America seeing the left and right come together and say, oh, hell no. We will not, we aren't going to tolerate this. We will not let it go. We will not move on. We don't care who is involved. We don't care what team, left, right, red, blue. We don't care. We don't care who it is. We want all of them held accountable. And thank God for that.
All right, guys, if you like this clip and you want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want more content like this, you can subscribe to the show by clicking here.